What are you afraid of? I like how Jerry Seinfeld framed this years ago when he was looking at a study in America that said people's fear of public speaking and rejection was higher than the fear of dying. And so the way he explained it, he says, well, at a funeral, people would rather be the guy in the casket than the person giving the eulogy. So there's a fair explanation of how we're ranking our fears. And so I just want to talk about the fear of rejection specifically. And living in Los Angeles, I run across interesting characters from time to time. There was one time I'm at a red light and the car that pulled up beside me happened to be Harrison Ford. He's in a green convertible. I could tell it was Harrison Ford. I'm like, no way. So I lean over, I'm yelling, hey, Han Solo. He turns over, he looks at me, and I just point down the road. I'm like, let's go. I mean, I didn't have fear of like, ooh, that's Harrison Ford, and get all goo goo or gaga. I'm just like, let's have fun with this guy. And so here we are racing, and I had to pump the brakes and slow down because I didn't want to be one of those paparazzi guys who's being wild and crazy, getting into an accident or something like that. Another time at a work event, a bunch of us happened to see Shooter McGavin in the corner of this bar, and the two of us that had the courage to go over and talk to him were me and Ken Lear. And we're like, hey, Shooter, can we get a picture? It's nice to meet you. And, I asked the other people, I'm like, well, why didn't you go say hello? Why didn't you introduce yourselves? And there was a good, healthy fear of rejection. Well, we don't want to bother him. And what if he treats us poorly? And it really got me thinking like, well, isn't one of the values of doing sales a total loss of fear when it comes to like the word no? Because really, all the rejection you get is just the word no. And I understand that it's packaged in different flavors. There's the get the bleep out of here, you bleep and bleep variation of the word no. There's also the flaky no of like, well, I'm not interested now, but maybe later. Like, it's still just a no, it's just a rejection. So be bold. The worst thing that somebody's going to say to you is no. And like, who cares? Like, on to the next one. Like, just don't get bogged down or crippled or freeze because of a fear of rejection. Put yourself out there, be bold.